Hey, it's Keith here for our first video of this long series of looking at character traits that people love. And the first one I want to hit is enthusiasm. What the heck is it? Well, if you were to look at a Webster's dictionary of what enthusiasm is, it talks about an intense desire, an intense energy, an intense interest about something. Okay, so now as we continue to go on and we look at these characteristic traits and we define them, sometimes those definitions can be a bit old or they can be archaic. But if we really define it for today's age, my definition for enthusiasm is simply this. It is being totally present, totally engaged, and totally wholeheartedly committed to the moment and the task that you are in right now at hand. Meaning, whatever it is that you're doing, you're wholeheartedly committed to it. You're eager about it. You're excited about it. You have a zeal, a zest, a gusto. That heart that says, I'm in this moment and I am showing up right here, right now, as if this is the moment I'm called to be in. And that's the difference, and that's the thing about enthusiasm. It's not always about excitement and, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I'm so enthused. It doesn't always happen to be that way. And you don't have to be an extrovert to be enthusiastic about something. It's an inner desire, it's an intense energy and interest about something that says, when I show up and to do whatever I'm going to do, whatever my task is, whatever my thing is, I'm going to show up with all of my heart, and I care about the results. I care about the outcome. And there's so many people that have been quoted on enthusiasm. I mean, Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great Ralph Waldo Emerson simply says, nothing great has been done without enthusiasm. Andrew Carnegie, he says himself that one of the greatest skills and traits of a leader is being enthusiastic. So when Andrew Carnegie said that enthusiasm is one of the greatest skills you can have as a leader, what he meant by that was this: people follow those who are enthusiastic. Could you imagine if you had a leader that's like, hey, let's go that direction. Hey, let's go this way. You'd be like, no. But if someone's like, we're gonna go this way and this is what we're gonna do and this is why we're gonna do it, that's exciting. Not only that, but one of my favorite quotes on enthusiasm is by Napoleon Hill. When he said this, he said, words without enthusiasm are boring. We've all sat through speeches where people weren't enthusiastic and they were boring as you know what. And I think about like our culture now and how we're missing a lot of enthusiasm, but that there's other cultures that have lots of enthusiasm. Some of my very closest best friends are Italian, and they've invited me out to Italian cooking day. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a bunch of Italians get together at one of their houses and all they do is cook and you eat all day long. And when I went to my first Italian cooking day, it was fantastic. That culture, I mean, they're talking about a rigatoni and they're talking about a lasagna and what about this, pass the bread. And they're using their hands and they're enthusiastic. Why? Because they care about the outcome. You're not gonna have soggy, sloppy rigatoni. No way, man. That's gonna be the best rigatoni. It's gonna be the best Italian sausage. It's gonna be the best meatballs, okay? What are they doing? They're speaking with enthusiasm. There's cultures out in this world that have a lot of enthusiasm. And I fear that a lot of times our culture here in America, we just lack enthusiasm. We're not excited about anything anymore. One of the best definitions of enthusiasm that I've heard that I really, really love, it talks about not just being, because the word, en is in Greek and the word theos is God in Greek. And so it's like having God inside of you. I think a more accurate translation of rather than having just that spirit of the gods or the spirit of the universe coming through you, it's the spirit of the here and now. It's the spirit of being right here, right now, saying, this is the task at hand, and I'm gonna show up right now as if this is what I'm called to do. And whatever it is that you do, be right there and be enthusiastic about it. And here's the thing, some people say, well, yeah, sure, Keith, you get to be on cool stages and you get to do a lot of cool stuff, so ensure you're enthusiastic. Guys, when I was shoveling snow on the streets of Montana, or pounding nails in building homes when I was in Montana, I did it with enthusiasm all the way through. Do it with when you're doing stuff with enthusiasm, you are pouring your entire heart into it and you are caring about the result. Everybody loves enthusiastic people. Norman Vincent Peale, one of the founders of the self-help movement, says that there is a real magic in enthusiasm. He says, in fact, the difference between mediocrity and achievement is enthusiasm. That zest for whatever it is that you're trying to do. So we ask ourselves the question, well, how the heck are we going to become enthusiastic if we're not? Well, first of all, you have to understand this. Desire is the very first step of transformation. If you don't even desire to transform, you're not going to. So I want to honor you right now for watching this video, because your desire is to, in fact, transform. You want to be enthusiastic. There's extrinsic or external ways to change your enthusiasm, and there's internal and intrinsic ways to change your enthusiasm. I'm going to say this. A lot of people have talked about the external stuff, about your environment, about your friends, and about the things that you intake and you input into your life. And I agree with that. I think you should put in positive things into your life, because whatever you input into your life positively is what's going to cause you to think on things that are positive. Your friends who are around you need to be positive as well. The environment they're in, that also should be positive. But I think there's a different way, maybe a different perspective. Now listen, I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about what you think enthusiasm means and what you guys think should cause people to become enthusiastic. But let me share with you my perspective. My perspective might be one that follows the sage Rabbi Jesus. Back in the day, 2,000 years ago, he said this: wherever your treasure is, there your heart will follow also. Which means this to me. It means wherever you're investing your time, your energy, your money, your passion, your heart will follow. So that means even if you're in a situation where you might say there's nothing to be really enthusiastic about this, hey, be enthusiastic about life, that you have an opportunity to breathe, to live, to move, to have your being here in this world right at this moment, and pour your passion into it, pour your life into it, meaning the emotions come afterwards. You do the action. You say, I understand this is an opportunity, whether it be a small opportunity, a big opportunity, it's an opportunity nonetheless, and I'm gonna pour my heart into this. And I think you'll be shocked, I think you'll be surprised that you see your emotions will follow behind you. That whatever you do, you're doing it with all of your heart. Not for eye service as men pleasers, but you're doing it because you want to be a better person. So you, like what Jesus said, hey, wherever your treasure is, there your heart will follow after. I'm going to pour my attitude, my desires, I'm going to pour my time, my energy, my investment in myself into this thing, and that's what's going to cause the emotion to come from. See, I'm more believing that the answers are within. Maybe it's a little bit of a Buddhist type philosophy, but I think Jesus said it too. Wherever you put your investment, wherever you put your treasure, that's where your heart will follow as well. And so I believe that's one of the biggest keys to getting enthusiasm, is pouring yourself into whatever it is wholeheartedly and saying, this is my calling, this is where I'm supposed to be. And let me just talk one more thing about this thing about opportunity. Because most people are waiting for some big opportunity to happen to them to save them. And let me tell you, that's not coming. There is no big opportunity. You are the big opportunity. That's the key to enthusiasm and understanding what enthusiasm really is. And let me wrap this up with a story. And the story is this. There was a guy by the name of Clyde, and he was a master carpenter, and he had built hundreds of homes for his boss. And he didn't want to build any more homes anymore. He was done. He's like, no more home building for me. I'm done. I'm retiring. It's over. And his boss said, can you just build me one more home? Just one more home, please. And he's like, all right, I'll do it. So he built it, but he kind of, you know what, to be honest with you, he did it all half-ass. His heart wasn't engaged. Although he was a master carpenter, he didn't let his mastery really shine through. So it barely passed inspection, and finally it was done. And his boss came to him and said, you're done. You did it. He's like, yeah, I'm done. That's my last house. He goes, well, we're actually not selling this house. I'm giving this house to you as your retirement gift. And obviously, to Clyde's shock and chagrin, he realized he just built himself a half-ass house. And unfortunately, most people are just half-assing things, guys. And the key to enthusiasm is not half-assing it, but it's being all in, giving all of yourself to whatever the situation is, because you never know the opportunity that lies around the corner. But here's the thing, if you're not enthusiastic about this opportunity, what's gonna make you enthusiastic about the next? Things to think through, things to ponder, things that I've been certainly thinking through and been just blessed as I've been able to really ask myself, Keith, are you taking advantage of all the opportunity, and are you pouring yourself in with everything in you? Because when you pour yourself all in, that's when the enthusiasm pours out more than ever. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, but you know what? I don't think that my word is the final word on enthusiasm at all. And in fact, I want this to be a lot of a dialogue. So if you could, in the comments below, tell me what your thoughts are on enthusiasm. Tell me if you have a story or a quote or something that you think is fantastic that we could all learn about enthusiasm. So like this video, comment below, share it with your friends, and again, if you need to watch it over and over again to build up your enthusiasm, to go out and do everything you want to do. I'm in the downtown streets of Las Vegas, and what I'm going to be going through, what I was at the definition. Let's look at the great quotes of the sage and the sage, wise guys.